Jumping out of the sewers, it's issue number 6 of Nintendo Power, released on May and June of 1989, and with TMNT taking over as cover game for the issue. A very integral part of my childhood growing up, the Ninja Turtles went from being a very unknown, underrated independent comic book to becoming a mega powerhouse franchise ranging from toys to TV and movies, and of course, video games. So for it to get the treatment not only in the arcades, but also on the home console market as well. The first game on the NES is regarded as one of the more tougher games on the console, but overall it was a pretty enjoyable platformer. The front cover does offer a good description of the Turtles, in that they do their signature colors along with their weapons of choice. Donatello's bow staff, however, does seem a bit bent though, and he's also eating on the job? Must be a slow night against the Foot Clan. Wait a minute, I just noticed that their weapons are twice the size that they usually are. And even Mikey's hand looks to be about the same size as his own head. Talk to your mutagen doctor today to see if there is very abnormal growth spurts. Opening up for the first 2 pages, and it's a brand new 900 number presented by Captain Nintendo himself, with a powerful connection tagline for this ad. All for the very high price of $1.50. Not sure if that's in minutes? Because if that is, oh boy, the family's phone bill every month must be expensive. Not sure that they want their kids using the phone just to get infos on Nintendo games, but hey, look, it's the shoes from the 3rd issue that makes a return here. Maybe you kids need to report to Nintendo, since I'm pretty sure that they want their rocket shoes back in their possession. Among other featured games for this issue are more coverage for Bayou Billy, Cobra Triangle, and Ninja Gaiden, along with Life Force. Then over in previews are for Mega Man 2, Faxanadu, Fester's Quest, Clash at Demon Head, and Dragon Warrior. For the last issue, Nintendo was hosting its first ever Nintendo Power Awards and wanted its viewers to vote on for the choice of each category. Well, votes are in, and looks as though they might have picked correctly here. For Best Graphics and Sound, they chose Castlevania 2. Best Challenge for the first Legend of Zelda, though it was argued that either Zelda 1 or the first Castlevania due to its difficulty. For replayability, also called here the Best Theme Fun, and also Best Play Controls and Best Ending, Super Mario Bros. 2 takes home all 3 awards. Best Player vs. Player goes to Blades of Steel, and another tough one for Best Character goes to Link. And to cap the segment off with none other than Zelda 2 taking home the Game of the Year award. Could also argue that everything on that list could be considered Best Game of the Year, and I think that best sums up the whole awards as a whole. A bit of good and bad for the poster for this month, as Mega Man 2 gets the spot this time. And for the most part, it is an okay poster. But the thing that has me questioning the most about it is for Dr. Wily's design. He looks really goofy here and can resemble more of a miniaturized clown with no face paint on. Even he is in need of more shoes because his left shoe is in serious need of repair. Robots behind him though look good for the most part. So yeah, mixed feelings about this, but still fine enough poster as it is. Looks like we're going a bit Hollywood for this time around in this issue of Nintendo Power, as this issue's Howard and Nestor sees Nestor on the set for the production of the live-action Ninja Gaiden movie. They are looking for an expert video game whiz, and the director is needing help to track down a 1-up for the spot in level 4-2. Nestor becomes too confident for his own good and points to the wrong spot on the level for where it might be located. So it looks like they're ready to begin shooting, and Nestor notices something is off about this actor. While the scene is being filmed, Nestor gets impatient and interrupts the whole process to let the actor know that they went past the original 1-up spot. Though it looks like the actor knew way more than the expert, so they escort Nestor off the premise to never have a career in Hollywood ever again. So the director asking the masked actor how he knew where the 1-up was. The actor unmasks as none other than Howard himself to offer him a tip. This could honestly make a career path for Howard if he ever leaves Nintendo, working in movies and television. Quite the bit of info for Counselor's Corner this time around, as there's tips on how to locate the fairy spell in Zelda 2, where to locate the Saw item in Mylan's Secret Castle, how to use the absurd level select code in Ikari Warriors, how to beat the Dark Nuts and Wizrobes, along with how to obtain the blue ring in the first Legend of Zelda, and how to track down various items in Stage 3 in Cobra Command. Strangely enough, Video Shorts comes out first in this issue over Packwatch. In Video Shorts this time around, tons of notable games being shown are Super Dodgeball by ImageSoft, Baseball Stars by SNK, Kung Fu Heroes by Culture Brain, Monster Party by Bandai, and Adventures of Lolo by HAL. Then for Pack Watch, a bit smaller this time around, as the only things of note are various showcases for basketball games coming out, 720, and showing off the power of the Power Glove and the U-Force. Then the big one showing off is the first look for the Game Boy, quite possibly one of the most successful video game consoles ever released. One thing about the NES Journal this month that I found awesome is that they talked about the world of Nintendo departments that were opening up in various stores. I remember getting into places like Sears back in the day and just hanging out while family went shopping for clothes. It was one of the places I always come back to every time I was around. However, in the gossip section, there was mention about the new Godzilla game from Toho, and even talks about the Rescue Rangers and DuckTales games coming out that were released by Capcom. A quick rundown of the rest of what happened in this issue is a fiction writer's showcase of a kid being friends with Link, a gamer's guide to Father's Day, and movies that have NES games for both Go-Go 13 and Batman. Go-Go 13 getting featured as opposed to Batman is that Go-Go 13 is a very obscure anime property, as nowadays not very many people even know what Go-Go 13 is, but still cool nonetheless. And with the end of the issue, we reach the top 30. It looks as though Super Mario Bros. 2 and Zelda 2 are fighting it out to stay on top, as this issue has Zelda 2 debuting at number 1, with Mario Bros. 2 coming in at a close second. And then in third place is none other than Zelda 1. Contra takes the number 4 spot from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, and debuting at number 5 is Track and Field 2. Blaster Master makes a big jump from the number 12 position up to the number 6 position. Then with the most surprising jump on the list from being from number 23 is Metal Gear making it at number 7, which would bump Bionic Commando down to number 8. Metroid's still holding on to the top 10 as it climbs up to number 9, where it leaves room for none other than Rampage going up 8 positions from the list last issue. As for new debuts for the top 30, Ultima comes in at number 12, Tecmo Bowl at 15, Skater Die at number 19, Bad Dudes at 22, Robocop at 23, and TMNT at a very low 27. But the one that confuses me the most for debuts is the first Super Mario Bros. Shows back on the list at number 17. I think they meant to change it to blue since it was on the list originally, but easy mistake I guess. But speaking of previous issues, Mega Man 2 is having a hard time staying in the eyes of the public, as it's hanging on by a thread at number 30. With the coverage it was getting in this issue, it'll be interesting to see what happens next issue. Same goes for everything else that's on this list. A good mix of quality of this issue, and with summer taking effect, we'll have to wait and see what will truly be a real breakout blockbuster for Nintendo fans. With there now being another system in play, and with the rumor of Super Mario Bros. 3 coming out this year, Nintendo news will definitely be a hot one for sure.